Have you ever hit that sweet spot where everything's going right, doors open, and opportunities magically appear? That is what golden alignment is all about. Dr. Beth Golden loves to play in that golden space and teach others how to get there and stay there. Get ready to listen, share, and experience what golden alignment in life can look like for you. Now, here's the host of Golden Alignment, author, speaker, and coach, Dr. Beth Golden.
Hello and welcome to Golden Alignment. I have another fabulous guest today, Trevor Mickelson. And Trevor has a servant's heart and has dedicated his life to educating women about money by launching empowering opportunities women have been desiring from the financial industry for years: leadership, support, and training, mentorship, and education. He is not just on a mission to create 1,000 jobs for women in this field, which is 95% dominated by men, but he is also launching thousands of women's financial education and empowerment groups that aim to enlighten women to the fact that they deserve wealth. Amen. They can embrace and easily understand how money works from the head and heart, which men don't typically teach, and while getting in the flow of abundance. Trevor has spent his career in the financial services and financial education arena with a specific focus on shifting gender financial inequality. His mission is to help every organization, employee, and their clients realize daily opportunities to turn debt into wealth, protect their livelihood, safeguard their future and business for generations to come, and most importantly, help all strive to do what they love. Welcome, Trevor. How are you today?
Oh, Beth, I am doing amazing. Thank you very much for allowing me this honor to be on your show. Thank you so much. I'm so excited about today's conversation.
Me too. And as I'm reading your intro, I had shared a little bit about you in my show last week. And Trevor truly is unique. I just gave a talk last night where we are looking at gender inequality in professions that I was kind of surprised. The STEM field: science, technology, engineering, and math. And I think we could obviously, with the numbers I just read, with a 95% male-dominated industry, I think you have a lot to share in that regard.
Absolutely. It's something that a lot of people don't even realize until they become aware of that money and where it is in their life, and they look up, and the only option they have to help and support is generally men. They're in their later part of their career, and they don't really resonate with those who are going to need the most help and support and service. And in finding this out a few years back, I realized that I could play a huge part in the shift of financial equality and allow women not only space for creation of tens of thousands of jobs can be created in order to support women who are looking for a different conversation to take place instead of telling them what to do with their money, of education and understanding where is best and aligned in their day-to-day activities and their life goals, that I really have an opportunity to equalize the playing field. And it's just been such an amazing opportunity to help women not only come into a place where they don't have to fit in this box and play a role, they can bring their true authentic self into the financial industry and allow themselves to help women just like them reach and truly align with their authentic self as well, so they can be a better mom, a better employer, a better employee, or whatever roles or titles they fit within in their lifetime. So I'm just really excited to give back and be at this place, a time where there's this huge shift and a focus on financial equality.
Well, give us a little background. Of course, I know some of your story about why you have chosen to support women. Tell me about your growing up and your perspective, and then kind of what's happened to, bring you to this place, because Trevor wasn't always involved in the financial world. So do a little backstory for us, please.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting. I mean, I grew up in the middle of nowhere, outside the middle of nowhere in Southern Utah, and really the only direction you had to go in order to change your financial life is to get a better education and to have a better career. So I actually was on my way to putting myself through medical school. I moved to California, got in a bunch of debt, got on a lot of scholarships, and I actually spearheaded this mentor-mentee program with about 400 students and 140 doctors, and I put myself through that program, and I realized that was not the direction for me, that I was chasing money versus allowing myself to align with my mission and my purpose in life. As a kid, I just wanted to be a superhero. I wanted to save as many people as possible, like Batman. I felt that he chose to be a superhero and instead of getting this gift and having to figure it out like Superman, and that's what I wanted. I chose to be in that position, and in realizing that, I thought it was going to be a doctor because they save people all the time. I thought that was going to be it, but really I stepped back and I realized that I was chasing my dream on the wrong path. So I stopped everything, and this was back in 2009, and basically found myself in the midst of a financial economy though, where I was competing with people with larger, more success, more degrees, and I basically was weeded out of the direction I was going into and found the world of finance and insurance and risk mitigation. And I was really successful really quick because I came from an educational standpoint. During college, I was a professional tutor for like molecular biochem and physics and chemistry and all these really difficult classes, and I was really good at taking a C and D student and turning them into A student. And when I got into this industry, very shortly after that, we had our own financial situation, and this is really where my career got started. And this is where I find that most people raise their hand and they say, hey, I have an issue. Something came up. And for us, it was a significant medical situation with my wife, and we lost everything, not once but twice. We had 2 roller coaster dips and hit rock bottom twice, and that was when I really started diving into not just finances, but personal finances, of how do you focus on a debt situation and turn that into a wealth situation? How do you save taxes? What do you do with your money? How do you approach a lifestyle that is comfortable now and also very exciting in the future? And implementing that over many years, life is definitely going in an amazing direction, not just for my clients, but for myself. And not too long ago, actually, where we had to, in focusing on my career and my direction, I'm looking to hone and really be a better servant to my community and how I can create and help and save the most people in my lifetime. And we had the blessing of another son. We have 2 sons now. My son Levi, who is 3, and Dean, who is now 8 months old. And I had a lot of time rocking him day and night. He was born when I had some interesting medical situations, and luckily I'm my own business owner, so I had the availability to stay home, and I had a lot of nights, sleepless nights, rocking my son, and I actually discovered the benefits of meditation. And I had tried before, and it just never worked. And I that methodical rocking of those prayers, and realizing that I just started getting these answers of, where am I going? What direction am I doing? How am I serving the best? And who am I meant to serve? And who am I why am I here? And it came down, I was just getting these downloads like, Trevor, look at your career. Who are you serving? And I reflected, and I realized 95% of my clients are women. The agents that I've got across the United States, 95% plus are women. I was like, oh my gosh, this is interesting. A man serving women, and you know, and it went deeper. All of your best friends are women. Your groomsmen party is not all men. It's like, wait a second, what is going on here? And I look back, and all the fights that I got into on my grade school playground were over girls and guys, these boys picking on girls, and me standing up for them. And I'm like, okay, this is like, I'm going back way far here. And really where it came to
That's your superhero very early.
Exactly.
Your cape was on your T-shirt, you know.
Yes.
Oh, great.
And that's,
yeah, it's
mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's very vulnerable of you, and thank you for sharing, you know, that you've hit rock bottom twice. And how, when we talk about being in golden alignment, oftentimes we think we are, and circumstances in our lives change, and we realize that we no longer are. And I love the rocking, because that's kind of a natural movement. When women hold children, they just kind of start swaying and bouncing. And so it's kind of neat that you were in that physical type of meditation too. And being tired, I think sometimes we're a lot more open to downloads. So I think that that's really cool. Real quick, share about your family structure when you were growing up, as far as your mom and the roles that played, because this is very telling also about how you were shaped and why you have the perspective that you do.
Well, that's it. That's where all of this came to this fulcrum of why did this have this ripple effect through my life? And through these late nights, I realized, oh my God, my mom was the breadwinner of our family. My dad stayed home. He was a stay-at-home dad. He worked odd jobs now and then, but really it was my mom. We moved for my mom. She was the one that focused on her career. You know, and typically that's quote unquote the what men's roles are. We're going to move across the country for your dad because he got this new job. Well, that's what we did for my mom. And because of that, we grew up in a state of, I guess, lack, because men in comparison to women, I mean, women are bringing in, I mean, the early 80s, even till to now, I mean, 30, 40% less, or maybe even more. And we experienced that disparity of financial income that really, I mean, because of that, my mom had a successful career and took on these roles of accountant and controller, but really she was just kind of taken advantage of because of that, and we saw that coming in through our lifestyle. And that's really where I reached. I said, I get to do something. I get to do something about this. And it was really that empowering moment where I said, this is it. Like this is it. And that's how I serve every day, is allowing that space for financial equality.
Trevor, we are going into our first commercial break, and we will pick this up on the other side. We have some great notes from our chat that I want to get into, and you are listening to Golden Alignment with myself, Dr. Beth Golden, and my special guest today, Trevor Mickelson. So we will continue this conversation on the other side of this commercial break.
Do you want to create change in your life based on your values? Do you want to love this experience we call life because you are living in alignment with your soul's calling? Do you want to expand your relationship with abundance and move from surviving to thriving? By tuning into Inspired Choices radio show, Golden Alignment with Dr. Beth Golden, you'll receive tools and inspiration you can use to do just that. You'll be amazed by your golden health, wealth, love, and magical opportunities. Listen for the Golden Alignment Radio Show every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. Welcome back to the Inspired Choices Radio Show, Golden Alignment, with Dr. Beth Golden. To participate in this program, please call U.S. 815-880-8255, Canada 613-800-8736, or Skype us at Inspired Choices Network. You may also choose to comment by email by going to www.drbethgolden.com. Now back to Golden Alignment with Dr. Beth Golden.
Guest today, and my guest today is Trevor Mickelson, and we are talking about Trevor's life being surrounded by women and standing up for women and female friends, and his dedication to helping women kind of move out of debt and know that they deserve wealth. And I met Trevor through a networking meeting, and he had a set of questions which was very interesting because it was talking about a relationship with money. So we will go into that. But Trevor, women have a different view, and I know that I was very ashamed about being in debt, and you were able to at least help me relax and see that there's a light at the end of the tunnel and be able to kind of turn the ship around. And so can you share how you support women, how they become attracted to you?
Yes.
Or introduced, I was introduced.
Yes. Well, the main thing, Beth, and I think this is really a simple position to be in, because when I'm out there standing on these rooftops and on mountaintops, I see a sea of women who are living this karmic cycle of, you've got to have a man, women are bad at math, you're bad at money, money doesn't grow on trees, it's money is the root of all evil. All these ideas are circulating in your head, and I'm standing up on these peaks, and I'm the only man really that's out there saying, like, hey, there are answers. That shame that you're feeling, that's not your shame. That's the shame that you accepted from other women and men in your life. This is what you heard on the radios. This is what you heard on TV. This is what you heard on movies. This is what your mom, bless her heart, this is just the gift that she gave you, that she, when she was a little girl, was gifted from her. And this is this karmic cycle of traumatic grief that is the family legacy. Beth, you see, as Goldens, Beth, you're going to grow up and you're going to learn to hate money. You're going to learn to despise money. You're going to learn to need it, and you're going to want it. Like, good God, Beth, you're not going to have any in your life. And that's just the Goldens. That's what we do. And it's no fault of our own, because this is just something from 5,000, 10,000 years ago we picked up from some random belief system. And this is the thought that we keep thinking. So this is the cycle that we're just going to keep living. And we have such a great opportunity, and you don't have to be in the finance industry to help with these issues. When you creating support system and empowering groups to have women coming together to realize and give yourself a checkup from the neck up that, hey, are these belief systems supporting us or not? And I'm not the person to come in and tell you that, hey, your thoughts are wrong, this is the correct way. I tend to come in at asking questions. I come in with a curiosity perspective of, how can I serve you? How can I help you? How can I help you have those self-realization moments. And I think that's probably the biggest differentiating point between me and the typical male financial counterpart, is that they're going in and they're telling women what they should do. You should be budgeting. You should be getting control of your finances. You should be saving. You should be investing. You should be saving money for your client. It's like, wait, you're shoulding on your client? No, I didn't swear. I should. SHOULD, should. And that is forced. That's forced shaming on you. And that's one of the biggest things that's where you and I with this coffee house connection group started, is let's rework the framework of the words that we're using. Because you don't have to do any of this. You don't need to do anything with your finances. You shouldn't do anything. But you get to. You'd love to.
You get to be
you
creative.
Feel great to. Oh, so empowering. So empowering.
I'm going to jump in here about shame. And this, I made these like postcards with Dr. David Hawkins' emotional frequency scale, and shame is the lowest on the scale, and it has an emotional frequency of 20, which is one step above death. And it's interesting that we don't think about that, and it's very eye-opening, because when we grow up, my parents never said shame on you, but it's in the collective environment or society, and it is a low vibration. And you and I were talking about having a relationship with money that has a higher vibration, and that all of a sudden different aspects of life start to take on new life and energy and joy and delight when we begin to mend our relationship with money. So can you share about that?
I dare your audience, and I encourage people who are listening right now to ask friends, to ask their colleagues, to ask everyone in their life to find one thing. I've been on the search for a long time, and I have yet to find it. Find one area in your life that is not affected by money. Find one area of your life. Is it your health? Because people don't have the finances that they need. Those choices are not there. They are not empowered to make their own choices. Their spirituality, because their stress of their life and their financial situation, the peace and that resonance of getting beyond the veil may be limited because of the stress and the burdens they have here. The ability to progress in their career or their business, their mental well-being, it's all affected. And I have, in one of my programs that I run, it's unleashing the linchpin of your finances and allowing you to truly have a beneficial life in everything. And, people, they're like, well, Trevor, shouldn't you be like a holistic healer? I mean, you're out here, you're helping people, your mental, their relationships, their communication, their ability to be a better father, a better mother, a better husband, a better wife, a better community member. And it's like, well, yes, I could focus on one specific area, but I've yet to find one tool. And remember, Beth, my question was, how do I help the most people in this lifetime? And it came down to finances. I keep getting back to this focal point of you free people with their money and you free people throughout the ripples of their life. And it's such a beautiful place to be in, saving marriages, saving homes, saving college education, saving their personal dignity, saving their mental well-being, allowing them to be healthier. And that's such a difficult thing for people to grasp onto, and so hard to think about. Oh, wait a second. You're telling me if I'm going to really lose those 50 pounds that I've always wanted to in my life, if I wanted to be a better dad, if I wanted to be a better communicator, if I wanted all these, you mean I have to? Look at my no, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to and you desire to, then you get to. And you get to be empowered about your finances. And when you look at these areas that are the core limiting beliefs of your subconscious, you go back. Where does it come from? It comes from money.
Yeah.
And when you
and it's in our
have this
DNA, like you were saying.
Yes,
it
it
in
does.
Our DNA, and we can turn that off. It's just a little band between the columns.
Yeah, it's like epigenetics in your finances. Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, that's cool.
Well,
that'd be a great book title.
Well, that's it. Oh, I know. I'm just having these downloads as I was sitting here. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is a great topic. And with that, there's the money and the energetic side of money that individuals don't realize until they become aware that, your external world is an internal representation of how you feel about yourself. And
right.
Your external accounts is generally your money, your savings, your checking, your investments, is generally an internal reflection about how you feel about yourself. And so there's two ways to work on that. You can go the happiness advantage route and improve your happiness, and your finances will flow. And that, for a lot of people, I find that appreciating the small subtleties of life in this traumatic world we live in. Some people just don't have the fortitude and the strength to turn off CNN or Fox or to unplug their TV and throw it out the window like I did 15 years ago. That's absurd to them. They would never unplug from the media. Though by focusing on their financial component and their aspects of life, they can buy back more of their time. They can spend money and feel good about it. They can get in this position of empowerment of, yeah, I've got this money. Not that I can't afford it, but, I'm choosing to spend my money elsewhere, and wow, that really feels good to me. And what that does for individuals is it really puts them in this they feel empowered inside. They feel abundant inside. They feel good. They feel happy. They feel joyful. And then there's that external reflection and that vibration of attraction, of that high vibration, which just brings to them multiple opportunities of doing that part-time position, getting a better opportunity at work, finding more clients, getting more speaking gigs, more paid opportunities, more ideas about programs and solutions, and it just is this ever-expanding. And yeah, we can go from each area of their life, communication, health and well-being, their relationships, and all of these, and move towards the money. But what I find over and over again is that you work on that money, you heal that karmic cycle, go into those beliefs and those thoughts. Is this serving me? Is this true? How do I feel about this? What's the reality? What is it that I desire to feel moving forward? And what that does is money is energy. Energy is current.
Yep.
Current is currency. And that currency, that energy that's flowing.
Flow. Hey, Trevor.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
This is a perfect place for us to take a breath and go to our next topic. We're going to go into our second commercial break. You have been listening to Golden Aligned with myself, Dr. Beth Golden, and my special guest today, Trevor Mickelson. And we're going to be talking about self-esteem, self-confidence, and actually the ability to look forward and step into our forward goals and not be looking back in lack. So we will share that after our commercial break.
Do you want to create change in your life based on your values? Do you want to love this experience we call life because you are living in alignment with your soul's calling? Do you want to expand your relationship with abundance and move from surviving to thriving? By tuning into Inspired Choices radio show, Golden Alignment with Dr. Beth Golden, you'll receive tools and inspiration you can use to do just that. You'll be amazed by your golden health, wealth, love, and magical opportunities. Listen for the Golden Alignment radio show every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. Welcome back to the Inspired Choices radio show, Golden Alignment with Dr. Beth Golden. To participate in this program, please call U.S. 815-880-8255, Canada 613-800-8736, or Skype us at Inspired Choices Network. You may also choose to comment by email by going to www.drbethgolden.com. Now back to Golden Alignment with Dr. Beth Golden.
Welcome back. You are listening to Golden Alignment with myself, Dr. Beth Golden, and my special guest, Trevor Mickelson, who is a very unique financial advisor because he comes from a position of education and not shame and not shoulding on us, and creating some expansiveness instead of feeling the contraction of that lower vibration of change. Trevor, I've been doing a lot of reading as of late with the Abraham body of work, and there's a book called Emotions and the Law of Attraction. And the universe responds, as you were saying, to our vibration, and like attracts like. So if we're looking back at debt and fear and how are we going to get out of this, and we need to focus on solutions. And as you were saying, all of a sudden different solutions come to us magically, or we meet people and we're given hope and expansiveness. So how do we stay out of what I call the washing machine effect, where it's rough, we're changing we're up-leveling, we're changing our mind, we're changing our emotion, we're in a place of hope instead of despair. Do you have any feedback on that? Like really focusing and stepping into what we desire instead of looking back at what we don't have.
Oh, absolutely. I am a big Abraham fan, and this is right up my alley, and I love that you focused on this and took away that this is going to be a great place to chat. So, I mean, Beth, where do you feel most people, what do you feel is the emotion people generally think about money? What's the one word that you would say is the position where people are coming from?
Well, actually, I have a conflicting thought on that because of facts of the current day. Right now, 60% of women hold the majority of our country's wealth, and yet there isn't this cohesive sisterhood that at least I'm a part of right now. And entrepreneurs, females have outpaced men in the past year by 5 times of creating new businesses, 11.3 million businesses in a year, employing 9 million people, and generating $1.3 trillion. So we have that up-leveling. I mean, that's now. That's here and now.
Yeah.
That's big stuff. And yet, depending where we are socioeconomically, what our parents taught us, what we're choosing, and how we're choosing to go about it, I think that's the linchpin. I think there's a lot of shame, which is very low vibration. I love the fact that your organization provides like online classes that are an hour or less, and it's easily digestible information, so it doesn't feel overwhelming. So I really appreciate that. So I think we need to be gentle with ourselves, because as we make strides and step forward and we're curious and we're asking questions and we want to learn, a key thing just came to me. between the head and the heart. And women are all about relationship and desiring to move from their heart. And kind of I shift up into my head a lot. Talk to us about money and coming from a heart and having a relationship, a love relationship with money.
Mm-hmm. And that's huge, because when you think about the emotion of money, most individuals who have that cyclical debt creation, or hey, I just got some new clients, I'm making it big. Oh yeah, I'm fine. I paid off all my debt. I'm $50,000, in my bank account, and then poof, I'm back there to negative $50,000 in a very quick manner. And that's because they're coming from a place of fear or powerlessness, which is the lowest vibration you could possibly get to when it comes to your money. And there's a quick something simple that, here's the deal. You can feed one of two wolves. You can feed the positive vibration or the negative vibration. But your natural state, your higher self, is the highest vibrational connection to source as possible, and without the negative focus that we have put in our lifetime, we naturally gravitate towards that higher self, higher vibration. And generally, you got to make this stuff easy. You got to make it simple. And what it is getting on your training wheels and just feeling the feeling of positive feelings. So Beth, what do you prefer? Do you prefer fear or passion?
Passion, of course.
Oh my gosh, yes. Do you prefer fear or freedom?
Freedom.
Absolutely. Fear or optimism, fear or hope, fear or joy, fear or appreciation, fear or enthusiasm. The answer is enthusiasm. The answer is love, joy, freedom, passion, happiness, positive belief, optimism, and allowing yourself just to go, I prefer, I like, I love. Wow, that feels good to me. I'm gonna feed that vibration. I'm gonna focus on that vibration. I'm going to allow. Oh, wait, what just happened? What just happened? Oh my gosh, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more positive. And yeah, this is the stuff that I work with my clients on. And it's like, wait, what? Aren't we here to talk about 401ks and IRAs and tax-free retirement accounts? And wait, what, aren't I supposed to set up like $1 million baby program with my kid? Well, yes. Though if we're going to set the right intention, let us allow that new intention to set forth and that positive direction to manifest all that you've ever dreamed of and more. So let's go through these simple processes of defining, where is your current money beliefs? What is your current beliefs about money? And it's lack, despair, anger, frustration, jealousy, rage, insecurity, grief, depression, despair, unworthiness, powerlessness, and allowing yourself to grasp onto the simple fact that what you appreciates. So, what are you appreciating? What is your vibration attracting? Is more fear breeding more fear, breeding more fear? Or is more love and joy and appreciation for your?
Yeah, what you appreciate. I like that.
Like,
and that's what you focus on growth and going. I was just looking at the Abraham book, and when you're in a sense of lack, it can be a big jump. So we have to go through steps and say, okay, I got my paycheck and I probably won't have any money by Monday. Well, that may or may not be true. I got this job easily, so I could probably get another job easily. And all I have to do is put my focus in that area. And I have a house, I have a roof over my head, I have food in the refrigerator, and we're healthy.
Go,
That's
girl.
Focusing on appreciating, I've always had enough for whatever I want. I always create enough for whatever I want. I want many expensive and wonderful things, and I deserve them. So you get excited, and it's like, help me, universe, God, source, whatever you say. Bring me the right people to help educate me in an environment where I feel safe and loved and honored. I think that's what women need, a place where they feel really safe and loved and honored.
Yeah. Oh, I can feel it, Beth. I can feel your vibrational point of attraction shifting, and I feel that within me. And what's amazing about this part is I allow that co-creation process to happen, that mastermind effect of not just yourself sitting in that meditative state, believing and allowing your vibration to attract that new life, that new paradigm, that growth, that abundance, that wealth, then getting maybe not just one person, but getting a couple of women, getting a group of women. You get 15, 20, 30 women all standing behind you, cheering for you, and allowing you to be vulnerable, to let those past traumas shed off, those new realizations come through. And then you're sitting here coming from a place of a heart space and a heart space of emotional space of what is this life? I deserve more. I am better. I am worth this. I have self-worth. I have self-value. Oh, wow. I love myself. I deserve more than this. I desire more than this. I feel this. I will attract. How am I going to make my millions? It's not up to you. It's not up to you.
Exactly.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Because now you're at that emotional, vibrational standpoint where you are able to attract and allow what you have desired. You are reaching that vibrational point of whatever is in your future storage house, so that once you are feeling good, doors open, because now you have the key and they are coming at you. They say the universe will start throwing money at you when you get on that right emotional, vibrational point. And until you are there, you can work hard. You can go up that mountain. You can put in the extra hours. You can have that grit. But guess what? You're going to be in the same position that you are years from now until you reach a different, I shouldn't say reach, I'm going to say attract a different vibrational point. Yes. Allow that to come to you.
Right.
Feel that. And what happens is you'll see new clients. You'll see new opportunities. You'll meet new friends, new relationships. You read new books. You'll come on Beth Golden's radio show and you'll hear this and you'll go, oh, that's all I need. And then everything aligns. It's beautiful.
This is a perfect time. I love this because it's like a breath. Okay, let's take a breath. We're going to go into our third and final commercial break. This has been such a lovely conversation, and my heart's beating faster, which is always a good thing. Enjoy. And we're going to share on the other side. I'd like to share with you, Trevor, some of those points and some ahas that have happened in my life, and then we'll wrap the show up. So you are listening to Golden Alignment with myself, Dr. Beth Golden, and my fabulous guest, Trevor Mickelson. And we will continue this conversation on the other side of this commercial break.
Do you want to create change in your life based on your values? Do you want to love this experience we call life because you are living in alignment with your soul's calling? Do you want to expand your relationship with abundance and move from surviving to thriving? By tuning into Inspired Choices radio show, Golden Alignment with Dr. Beth Golden, you'll receive tools and inspiration you can use to do just that. You'll be amazed by your golden health, wealth, love, and magical opportunities. Listen for the Golden Alignment radio show every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. Welcome back to the Inspired Choices radio show, Golden Alignment, with Dr. Beth Golden. To participate in this program, please call U.S. 815-880-8255, Canada 613-800-8736, or Skype us at Inspired Choices Network. You may also choose to comment by email by going to www.drbethgolden.com. Now back to Golden Alignment with Dr. Beth Golden.
Welcome back. You are listening to Golden Alignment with myself, Dr. Beth Golden, and Trevor Mickelson. And before the break, we were talking about the excitement and desire and joy and not looking at fear. Do you want passion, fear or love, fear or joy, fear or expansion? So I have a quick story for you, Trevor. One of my friends, we all work, and it's fun, and I love that. And she was saying, I work all the time, and she took a pottery class, and it was a creative pottery class, not such the classical. And she realized that she had so much joy, and it helped her relax and gave her more freedom and delight. And I was thinking about that, and I go, I used to play the guitar, and I led worship, and I sang in different venues, and I gave that up. And I thought, it's time for me to get a new guitar. I had sold mine last year. So I did some research, got online. I've never done an eBay thing, put a bid. I was the only person that bid on this beautiful Luna Oracle guitar, and it has an inlay of a koi on it and a half moon around the sound hole. And, of course, it has to look pretty, too, and sound good. And so that I'm excited. That's bringing joy. I'm face forward. I'm willing to be in front of a group of people. I speak, and someone says, oh, I recommended you to a friend of mine, and I received, thank you, God, a fabulous client. And more opportunities. So just like you were saying before the break, I'm giggling because I'm seeing it begin to break open for myself. So thank you for that encouragement. And let's share with our listeners some practical things about what you do. All of this has been practical. But as far as education, and perhaps I'm getting in touch with myself or yourself to get on some of these webinars that I've had the pleasure of listening to.
Well, you know,
or having you as a guest
there's
to speak.
Oh. Yeah, that's you know, with technology these days, our company has just been growing leaps and bounds. We're, you know, the fastest growing financial services company in the country, because this is really, you see the shift in all industries, and those who embrace this approach, this awakening approach, I guess you would say, those individuals are significantly desiring this. And, you know, we used to do just in-house dinner classes, lunch classes, physically drive a half an hour, 45 minutes, get the nanny in place, and hopefully traffic went right. Hopefully you didn't get called in at work. Hopefully you didn't have a blowout, whatever, and retire and all this stuff, and you made it, fingers crossed. Well, now what we did about a year or so ago is we implemented a virtual training program, financial education class. And what I love about what we do, I mean, Beth, I tell this to everybody, but put your tasers away. You're going to have to ask me to become a client. We're just going to educate you and educate you and educate you, allow you to come to these no-cost events, allow you to sit at your home, sit in your pajamas, drink wine, not even register for anything. Just click a link. You don't even have to put any personal information. You could literally just watch, hang out for months, and get in a position where you trust, you know, and that's the clients that we love working with, is they are attracted to what we do. We have a very attractive base business model, because I want to feed the right vibration as well and bring in those individuals who are really excited to make those shifts and don't, you know, you can't push a rope and you can't herd cats, and I'm not in this to, you know, make a horse drink water. I'm here to offer and provide and to serve and to allow. And I think a lot of individuals are really desiring that. So we have these Money 101 virtual education classes, and in person, doesn't matter wherever you are in the country. We have so many going on in the country face to face, though we've got 2 or 3 virtual classes that are happening any single week. And if somebody wants to shoot an email, it's simple. It's my last name, then my first name at gmail.com. So Mickelson Trevor at Gmail, and I'll get myself or my assistant will get you in touch with the dates and locations or the times for the virtual classes. And that's more on the money side. How do you build a big pile of wealth, and how do you protect
Trevor,
that pile of wealth?
I'm going to interrupt you.
And how do you...
Trevor?
Sure.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sorry
yes.
for interrupting you. We have about 3.5 minutes left of the show. It always wraps up really fast. Yeah, it's like, yee! So give us some last words of wisdom. We do have Trevor's website, which is www.tortoise. Is it and hair? Or is it tortoisehair.co?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can find his contact information there. And?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also the Wine Women and Wealth. This is really the focus. You know, in the male-dominated finance service industry, there has to be a way for women to come into the finance industry. So we created this meetup group, basically this financial empowerment group called Wine, Women, and Wealth. Wealth, not wellness, but wealth. And we've got about 100 organizations across the country, and we also do these virtually 2 or 3 times a month as well. And that not only allows women who want to be in the finance industry to have a way to come from an educational perspective and grow their business and market and come from a servant heart, but it allows women who need that community, want that community, desire that community, realize that, hey, you're not alone, and there's 30 women in here who felt the same way or feel the same way, and you're on this mission and this cause together. And what's great is the communities that women that are thriving and just desiring are already there. It's just really awareness. So I really appreciate allowing this opportunity, Beth, to share this information about Wine, Women, and Wealth, because, I mean, I have a goal of hiring 50,000 women into the finance industry over the next 5 years, and also creating an additional 5,000 of these Wine, Women, and Wealth groups across the country. And that's not even going to scratch the surface. We're going to help thousands and hundreds of thousands of women throughout that way, but, you know, there's millions of women who are going through this the goal is to create multi-generational shifts within one generation. That's the power that women have. That's a unique gift that they have. Men create generational shifts each generation because we hoard that information, and women are like, no, you've got to see what I've got. This is amazing. It'll change your life, which is,
Trevor,
I'm a life changer.
I have to close.
Well, that's okay. I love this.
I get to. So I know, me too. We'll have to have more time. Thank you so much for being with Trevor and I today for this very passionate and exciting conversation. And if your heart is beating a little faster, please feel free to contact myself or Trevor. Information is on the Inspired Choices Network. My name is Beth Golden. There's a picture of myself, and the show is Golden Alignment. So here's to dreaming big, and thank you for listening. Take care. God bless. Until next week.
Thank you for choosing to listen to Golden Alignment. Dr. Beth Golden will return next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. We hope you'll join us. Until then, enjoy playing in